All right, good morning, guys. It's Meliz. How's everyone doing? Ladies, in my community posts, get the Medicaid. Get the Medicaid, moms. I was watching some videos last night on grants and different programs you can use to help you. When I had my five, I used Medicaid. Now Medicaid has expanded. You can get free diapers, you can get food, you can get money for rent, you can get a ton of stuff depending on what state you live in. So I think it's New Hampshire has like health program rewards, so you can use those on things that you want, basically, except I think tobacco, cigarettes, well, tobacco, beer, and there was maybe gambling, something like that. But check it out. I had communications with a church yesterday, and I came right out and I'm like, look, you're not pro-life. You talk about being pro-life and you are not, because we should be helping moms all the way up, right? I was out at the plasma center and I met a lady, and we were talking, and she's like, this church helped me when I was born. They helped me, they saved my life, but they didn't do anything for me after. And she's like, I've had such a hard life. And if we're going to say that we're pro-life, why are we not helping others more, much more? I mean, like, it's so easy today with technology. Like, there's Cash App, there's, cut a check to pay the rent, whatever. So we need to be helping other people more, especially in this economy. I mean, like, I had lost one of my restaurant jobs because they're like, oh, we're slow. It's like, well, why did you hire me, right? So I've got an interview today. It looks like I got it. The guy's like, fill out the application right now so I can get you started tomorrow. And then I wanted to take a break, guys, to do my cleaning business, which I am starting tomorrow. I have work tomorrow. I networked with a bunch of people, so that's going to get going. And I was listening to Kristen Hawkins, and she was like, any woman can start a $20 million business on nothing. And so that's the goal now. So I am starting my business, excited about that. But I was also going to serve at this church, and they're like, we need so much help. And I'm like, you know what? Not helping you. I'm like, I don't like the hypocrisy I see. You think that you need help, but you're only going to help people once a year. Nope, I'd rather put my time into making money. So, I mean, I think Jesus was very clear about what it means to carry one another's burdens in the church. I think he was very clear what it is to care for the widows and the poor and the orphans. I am not somebody who has come from total poverty. I've had money, so I have enough self-respect to be like, I don't think so. I don't think you're sending me to a shelter. I don't think so. So a lot of churches are just passing the buck, and if you need help, they're just like, oh, here's a shelter. And I know someone from the shelter, and they're like, they treat you like trash over there. So, no, I mean, we need to do a lot more. And when the churches just want to pass the buck, there was another place too, they passed the buck on. This place does nothing. Nothing as far as you have long lines. You have like a lottery system. You're lucky if you get seen. And if you get seen, it doesn't mean you're getting help. So, I mean, when I first got here, I had tried that over there. There was another place. And so, these churches don't usually look into it enough to be like, wait a minute, are our dollars going to where they need to go to? And so, ladies, be very careful about where you go and what church you go to, because again, churches are to help one another, care for one another. And I've gotten a lot of help from the churches, and that's because I've pushed so hard. And being in the pro-life movement, I'm like, look, I'm in the pro-life movement, and this is what we need. There's nothing for car repairs, etc. You go to Medicaid, you go to some of these places, and they have more than the churches, which is sad to say, but they do. And then I'm connecting with some people with human trafficking, which is a whole nother realm of the pro-life movement. We want to help young girls who are stuck in this, and boys and everything, and kids. Kids should never have to face this, right? So we should be expanding more to help families instead of just, government Government, we don't want government control. We want the money, small government, we want the money to go to families. And we want to help small businesses, right? We want to help them before we have, a big government spending. So I am good with like social spending in the government, like WIC, Medicaid, all that stuff that helps people. So that's where our money should be going, guys. We see a lot of projects out there with the roads being done, taxes being spent on stupid buildings, artwork, vacant buildings when people could be housed, right? So it's not that we don't have enough money, and a lot of churches have a scarcity mindset. When I was reading this book, and I'll share it later, about good leadership, it's not scarcity, it's an abundant mindset, that it is out there, and you just need to find more solutions to find it. So I will be talking about more resources. I do have an interview I need to get to, and some other stuff today. So I will be talking about that, ladies. Okay, thanks for joining.